Hey Facebook friends, I just wanted to hop on here, and first of all, I have to say before I even start this little live video is what an amazing country we live in. I have been listening on the radio and watching on TV all morning the inauguration activities, and doesn't matter if you're happy or if you're not so happy with the new president. Bottom line is we live in the best country in the world, and we are blessed to have the freedom and all of that entails. So no matter what, I am pumped today just because we live in America, and we do not lack for anything. So the reason why I really wanted to hop on here today is I'm reading another book, and those of you that know me well, I love to read. I am a voracious reader, and I am reading a book that I have come to love so much that I actually drive around with it, and I open it when I just have a few minutes here and there just so I can read more from it. And it is not a fiction book. This is a book that my son Jacob actually told me to read, which is just crazy when your own kid gives you a book suggestion. And it's called The Ragamuffin Gospel. So I must have been living under a rock, because I know a lot of people know about this book, but I had never heard of it. And it's called The Ragamuffin Gospel, and it's by Brennan Manning, and it is changing my thinking big time. What is crazy when you get a book suggestion from your son, and he has annotated it, and then you start to read it, and you get to look at all of his annotations. It's pretty cool. So I'm loving the book in itself, and I'm going to go on about it in just a minute, but I'm loving taking a peek into my son's annotations. I feel like a voyeur kind of, that I'm sneaking up on him, but it's just awesome to watch your kid read a book and then write his, just write about it, and it's not anything that's private, but it's just beautiful. So what's this book about? Well, just in a nutshell, it's about the grace of God. And so many of us believe in God's grace. I mean, I can talk till I'm blue in the face to somebody else about, God loves you, the grace of the Lord, it's all for you. And I can believe in grace in theory, but when I want to apply it to my own life, somehow I just can't apply it always. Somehow I feel like I'm always coming up a little bit short, that there's some score sheet that's being kept up in the heavenly, and or tally marks, or a cosmic gavel that's coming down on things that I've done wrong. And I'm better. I'm much better than I was growing up, but I still have those tendencies. And those are unhealthy tendencies, because they bleed into your life, your family, your marriage, your work environment, your just everything. So I'm not going to go on much further, except if I could give a book suggestion, a new book suggestion, this is it. And I can already tell that it is changing me. It's giving me confidence. And I wanted to read just a little bitty blurb from it, and then I'll let you guys go. When we accept ourselves for what we are, we decrease our hunger for power or the acceptance of others, because our self-intimacy reinforces our inner self of security. We are no longer preoccupied with being powerful or popular. We no longer fear criticism, because we accept the reality of our human limitations. We are so not perfect, and we need to extend the grace to ourselves, that the perfect grace that is extended from the Lord matches our own to ourselves. So anyway, that's all I wanted to hop on and tell you guys about. Read this book. Can you see the author? It's fantastic. And if you have ever read this book and you've got comments, because I'm only about a third of the way in, so I can't wait to finish it. But if you've read it, maybe you want to tell me a little bit more. Or if you've got a better book that you suggest on the same subject, I'd love to hear about it. Have a great weekend, and thanks for listening.